Wow, favorite memory of my time in Apex. I go back to my community that I was raised in, Justice Heights community. A lot of time spent there, just doing certain things, just sharing time with fellow community members, um, people I went to school with, of course, grew up with. But I remember the time just being able to walk 1 block away to Mr. Hughes' convenience store. He had a store built in his house. And so we were able to go up there, and my mom would let us go every now and then, but we would go up there and just buy a Pepsi Cola and a moon pie and also bubble gum. And that was special because it didn't happen often, but when that time came, it was so special for us and my brothers, and it was so exciting. So I'll never forget that. An important memory in my time here in Apex that I feel was a moment of transformation for our town is my first year as a police officer. And at the time, I was the only black police officer, one of, at the time, 12 people. And we were scheduled to, or assigned to downtown Salem Street, Apex, for a protest. And the members of that protest were members of a hate group. And for me, that hate group was directed toward me and the color of my skin. I had to make a decision that if I wanted to continue my role as a police officer and stand there and while being shouted at by those individuals because of the color of my skin, but at the same time I knew what I was sworn to do as a police officer, to protect them, to allow them to be able to express their First Amendment rights. But here's what really gave me a truly positive moment and really believe more in our town. As this protest was advertised, and while I expected many people to be here to support this group, they only had 2 people that showed up. And that told me that this town believed not only in opportunities for many other people in our town, but they stood with me. And not many people know that story, but it was a special time in my life, and I believe it was a special time for our community. Man, what makes Apex home? Let me tell you, this is like, oh my gosh, I can go in so many different directions here. Man, for Jacques Gilbert, it is, I love sports. I really do. And what makes Apex home in 2023 is the rival game, football game between Apex High School and Apex Friendship. Growing up here, we only had one high school, so it was, the rival was Apex versus Cary. But now to have 2 high schools in town that go at it at a certain time of the year, oh man, that's home. That is community, and I get excited about it. And you could just really see people in our town get excited about that. The amount of cars that line up to get to the game, it's truly special. And that's what I see as home for me, because it's community. And you have so many people that are poured into that one event. You have young people, you have parents, you have other community members that get excited about that because they may have been, alumni of this school or that school, and everybody's there at that special time at that one moment, and I get excited about it. That's home for me for Apex. My hope for Apex potential is just, while some may say, man, it is so many things to talk about, so many plans, so many oh my gosh, so many things to just sit down and have conversations about. To me, it's really simple. Potential. Potential is this: being able to share ideas, visions, and dreams, but people coming together to share those. That gives us potential to be even better than we are today. But in order to do that, we have to be engaged, and we have to sit down, and we have to work with each other. And it takes not only just one section of our town or one group of people, and I'll say that over and over again, it takes all of us, different cultures, backgrounds, everyone coming together. And that's what our potential is, being more about diversity, inclusion, equity. All that comes into play as well. Because if we don't, we won't continue to be the thriving town that we know in 2023. But there's potential to be even better in years to come.